Hey guys, welcome back to 5-9 Gaming. I am here today as your boy, the Masked Ningen. I have brought my good friend JPhanta along. We are here to talk to you guys about the new mode that is going live on Global Dokkan after the long old maintenance. I don't know when this video will go up, so who knows if it's anything like the recent ones. The maintenance could still be going, but it will introduce Pettan Battle into the game. So obviously, Jay, you've had a bit of experience playing this on JP already. So yeah, we are here to give you guys a little bit of an intro as to what the mode is and what exactly it does. I, like many of you, have seen the odd video here or there, but because I am a global player, I haven't gotten to grips of it. I don't really know all the ins and outs of it, so that's why we brought Jay along here to give us a little bit of insight to what's going on. So basically this is like I guess an AFK mode is kind of the right word for it, right? Yeah. So you set it to do its thing and then you don't really have to actively play it yourself, right?
Yeah, you pretty much, you set some of your cards and then, you know, wait a few hours depending on how much you put in, and then you get in return rewards, and you do that multiple times, and that's the AFK mode.
So what is it? So how does it work exactly? So I think I've seen like the overlay. So there's like a bunch of different fights that you can pick to do. And then what? So you pick a fight and then you pick your units? Like how does it work exactly?
Yeah, so once you go in, you have 4 different rewards. So you have Zenny, Orbs, Awakening Medals, and Training Items. And so you pick one of those 4 categories. And within each category, there are 5 bosses to deal with. You don't obviously have to do all 5 bosses. They're all just difficulty dependent. And the main thing is collecting these sticker cards, which are used in order to not only collecting purposes, but also used in order to battle those bosses. And so when each sticker card has its own like attack power. So obviously the higher the attack power, the stronger boss it can deal with, and which also results in a faster return time. Okay. So you can essentially get like an hour, put it in for an hour and get the rewards already. Or if you use weak cards, it could take as long as 24 hours.
I see. So there's obviously a huge collection of cards that you can get. And obviously I'm sure people out there are going to want to try and fill out that collection as quickly as they can. But if you're saying, so the cards all have their own attack power, so I guess it's a lot easier depending on which ones you get. Are you able to get, like, once you've gotten the best ones, can you just, like, spam those ones over and over again, or how does that work?
No, so when you do every single day you get, like, 1 free card, or, like, 1 free card pack, which can contain, like, 2 to 3 cards. And so you only get to use that card once before it disappears.
Oh, okay.
So it's not unlimited, but when you do collect it in your collection book, it will say you've had it, and so you don't really have to keep it.
So as long as you've gotten it once, it doesn't matter if you then... So let's say I know the 2 that release with the first one is the like LR Prime Battle Goku and the Frieza. And I saw a lot of people tweeting about like wanting to get those ones. I assume just like summons, they're slightly rarer to get when you open the packs. So once you get one of them, or both of them, of course, you can just use them to complete a mission, and then you don't lose them out of your collection. But you can't use them multiple times.
Pretty much.
Okay, so that's interesting. So you said there's the 4 different types of rewards that you can get. One of the things I've seen, I know it's not like a crazy amount that you get each time, but obviously it's something that you can repeat over and over again. So how do the rewards sort of break down?
So of course, with like I said, there's difficulty in bosses. The harder the boss, the more valuable item you will get. And so doing the normal difficulty will only get you like a few small, if we're talking about orbs, a few small orbs. And then you also get cards back as well, so you can, keep doing more attempts. And then when it gets to, like, the super difficulty, you're going to get some large orbs and cards and stuff like that. Zenny, you can see, like, a big difference. Like, you can get from, on the super difficulty, like, hundreds of thousands of Zenny in return. And then, like, the normal's, like, a few thousand.
Okay. And so I'm guessing then for like the training items, it will be a case of the different quality, like the higher levels of items.
I think the highest you get is Turtle School, but I don't really do the training items, so I don't remember all too much.
Yeah, I guess the same is probably for medals as well. So maybe if you do the hardest difficulty, do you actually get like the gold ones, like the Supreme Kai and Elder Kai? I don't know if you know that, but because I remember back when I was an early player, those were like the rarest medals to get hold of. But it's
definitely the Elder Kais, since all of the cards use them.
So you're saying you generally do the orb one, right? I feel like that's the general consensus, that the orb one is probably the best one to do.
Yeah, the orb one, and then if you're a newer player, definitely the Zenny one with all the EZAs that are out. You definitely need that Zenny.
Yeah, it's one thing I definitely see people talking about a lot with the barrage of EZAs that we often get. Yeah, it's, I think the orbs is probably one of the best ones, especially for global, because obviously there is the comparison between the JP and global orb event. So getting more orbs is always good, even if you're not getting that many all the time. It's a mode that you can do. Because how long do the actual battles take? I know you said depending on the power of your cards, it can affect how long each one takes, but what are the sort of time frames for the different fights?
The fastest you can do is an hour. You can do the hardest difficulty in an hour, pretty much. And then the slowest I've ever seen is 24 hours. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. So if you have good, powerful cards that you can use, it can take anywhere from like maybe an hour to 2 hours. But you are able to beat it with the weaker cards. You just have to use more of them, and then it takes longer.
Yep.
Okay, so that's interesting. So there's a few different good things you can get for rewards. I definitely would agree, like we said, that the potential orbs is probably the best one to go for, and then Zenny is quite useful. I know, like, if you have a team that can beat one of the normal 30-stage EZAs very easily, then I feel like that's probably one of the best places to get Zenny, whereas there's not a lot of extra places in the game that you can get orbs from. So orbs definitely seems like it is the way to go. And then what about, I know this is a big one. This is the favorite topic for a lot of free-to-play players, especially when it comes to things like waiting for EZAs to drop, even if they're for cards that they don't have. And that is, of course, Dragon Stones. So obviously I know you can't farm them in this mode, but can you actually get any Dragon Stones out of this mode, or?
You can. It's very few. It's pretty much just based on, I think, how much you can, the collection. Like, so with the first sticker set, if you collect all of it, you'll get some Dragon Stones back. And, well, not back, but like you get Dragon Stones through the missions. The most of the missions are just like Dragon Stones and then like card packs for doing more, pretty much.
So you said you get a free card pack every day, right?
Yep, there's a daily login pack through the period, and then you get cards back from completing the missions.
So you get them from the missions, and they drop from the battles as well. So you get some free every day, you get them from doing the fights, and you get them from doing the missions. Because I assume if you were, I guess, unlucky and you don't get that many from the drops, you can't do the fights if you don't have any. So
yeah, you can't do the fights if you can't have any. And then if you get unlucky, you're obviously going to take a much longer than, getting the rarer cards, of course. So it does require a little bit of luck at the end of the day.
Yeah, because so I guess that means then if you only have a bunch of the weaker cards left, it means you're still able to do some of the slightly harder missions. It just means you're going to have to wait a lot longer for them to actually complete to then get more cards back in the sort of reward package, right?
Yeah.
So overall then, what do you think about the mode? Because I know I think mostly the reception for it has been good, because I think the one thing people have to bear in mind is this is a nice little extra thing on top of the main game itself. It's not supposed to be something like, the new GT Legendary Goku event that we got, where you find yourself, maybe you're on like a lunch break or you're sat at home and you've got an hour or two to kill. It's not the kind of thing where you're like, oh, I'm going to sit and play Pettan Battle, because you don't really play it. It's just kind of like a nice little extra thing that you can do, isn't it? So what do you think overall about
I think it's pretty good. It's if you're lacking on some of the materials, it's a really good way of getting those without doing anything, of course. Very good for the lazy people. And of course you get Dragon Stones. I wish it was a little bit longer. Like, it's only, I think, lasts for 7 days or maybe 2 weeks for the actual event period. I wish that was longer, but I can see why they didn't do as long, because I guess this is a quick tip for everybody that's starting on Global. Once you've done your collection, make sure you keep on collecting your cards, because those cards will be used for the second collection for, you know, doing the battles and stuff like that. So make sure you just keep on hoarding cards so that you can finish the second collection faster, and then you will have an infinite loop pretty much once the third collection comes out, and then you get those dragon stones faster and you get those rewards faster. But yeah, that's the reason I feel like it's only for whatever 1 week or stuff or something like that.
Yeah, so if you basically, once you've finished off the collection and everything, if you save up a bunch of the good cards, it means you get a nice head start when the second one comes out.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming you can still obviously get the cards. You can get the cards from the first collection when the second one comes around.
Yep.
So if you miss out one or two, you're still able to get them later on.
But it is a pain when you're trying to go for the second collection and you only get first collection stuff. I had to deal with that so many times.
Oh, wow. Did you manage to complete it? Did you say, has it been on JP twice so far?
Yeah, so we're on the second collection, or we just
so
passed the
did you
second
manage
collection.
to complete both of them?
Yeah, it took me about 4 days of constant, like 1 hour ones for me on the second collection.
Okay.
The first one was pretty fast though, of course, since it only had that set.
Yeah, so it's not too bad then. So if you're somebody out there, I guess technically, apart from completing the missions, there's no real need to get all of them. I guess to be fair, I'm looking at the mission list now, so getting all the stickers from the set gives you 5 stones, so I guess it is worth trying to do, but it's doesn't sound like it's super difficult. It'll be something that you can get as long as you actually keep playing it. And I think it's one of those things, like we said, because it is an AFK mode that you don't really have to play. It's the kind of thing that these apps like to do. They want you to be logging back into the game as much as possible. So by giving you a thing that you can set that finishes in like an hour or two, it gives you another reason to like log back in and check it, and then you can set it to go and do some fresh ones. And I guess they do that because there's obviously every time you log in, you might be tempted to maybe do a quick multi or something. So but yeah, overall it looks fun. I'm going to be interested to try it out. I do think the like super deformed card art thing is pretty funny. Some of them definitely look quite cool.
Yeah, cute.
Do you have a favorite card art out of the Pettan cards?
I think I do like the LR Trunks one in collection 2. That one's probably I like Trunks like
yeah, there we go.
in Pettan Battle. But you can't tell the difference between Kid Trunks and then Future Trunks sometimes.
Yeah, it's a very interesting art style, but yeah, there you go. So yeah, hopefully, like I said, depending what time this video goes up, if the maintenance is finished, then the mode will be available in the game. Make sure you check it out and let us know what you guys think of the mode down below. Big shout out to Jay for coming on and helping to explain this to us global players. So is there anything else you have to say about the mode before we head out?
There's some secret combinations for the battles. I have no idea what the full list is, because that's like the most hardest thing to figure out. But if you do get it, then lucky you.
Ooh. So what, does that give you better rewards, or it completes faster, or what does that do?
Yeah, it just completes faster. It's
Okay, well, if you manage to discover any of those during this first collection, then obviously feel free to come back and let us know that down below in the comments as well. So that is going to be it for us over here on the 5-9 Gaming channel. Make sure you have liked the video, subscribe, check out all of our other social medias, make sure you're following us on Twitter, check out the Reddit, all that good stuff. And yeah, let us know what you guys think of Pettan Battle down below in the comments section. So yeah, that is going to be it from us. We will see you all again soon. Peace out.